Hi everyone! This week's exercise was shorter than normal, but possibly deceptively so, because each number had several sentences that you had to work with. The topic this week is sentence cohesion, which I've mentioned before in the context of other stylistic lessons. I'm pretty sure I've also talked about the technique used in the reading this week before as well, but I'm going to go over it again because it's a really great technique. The technique basically just asks you to kind of label the ideas in each sentence and to repeat ideas as you move through a paragraph. And this technique goes along really nicely with the old information before new information strategy, which is where I think we've discussed this concept before. The handout recommends you use two basic patterns for ordering your ideas in sentences. First, you say idea A, and then you say idea B. Then, in the beginning of the next sentence, you repeat idea B and move to idea C. So that's the first pattern. The second pattern in the handout suggests to start with idea A, then go to B, then repeat A, and then move to C. And you can basically repeat these two patterns ad nauseum until you run out of paragraph. You could even do an extended version of the second idea, where you basically repeat idea A at the beginning of each sentence, and then introduce new info at the end of each sentence in the paragraph. So A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E, and so on and so forth. If you're not careful, this can get repetitive, but let's take a look at an example from a previous editing exercise to see how this might be done. Remember this paragraph? Your goal was to revise it to have more consistent topic strings, basically to start the sentence with roughly the same idea. The topic idea was bolded in the original paragraph. I'm not going to read the whole thing because you can kind of see that the topic ideas are sometimes at the beginning and sometimes at the end of the sentence. We want to put all of those same ideas at the beginning of each sentence. One possible version of this revision looks like this, and I will read this version to you. Vegetation covers the earth, except for those areas continuously covered with ice or utterly scorched by continual heat. Plants grow most richly in fertilized plains and river valleys, but also at the edge of perpetual snow in high mountains. They also grow in and along the edges of oceans, lakes, and swamps. Plants even grow in the cracks of busy city sidewalks and barren cliffs. Vegetation covered the earth long before humans existed, and it will continue to grow long after evolutionary history swallows us up. You can see the same idea, vegetation and plants, repeated at the beginning of each sentence in the paragraph, though sometimes the noun is replaced by a pronoun. The trick to this trick is to really think through what the main idea of each part of a sentence is. And then once you've figured out what that main idea in that part of the sentence is, make note on the page. If you're handwriting it, actually write it above the sentence or out to the side. You can even use colors and highlighters, which is one of my favorite strategies. If you're working on the computer, you can again use a highlighter to highlight different colors of ideas, or you can use a commenting feature. Then you can kind of see where the patterns of ideas are, and it will be easier to see how you might want to move things around to make things connect or sort of stick together better. That's where the whole idea of sentence cohesion comes from. To be cohesive means to stick. All right, that's it for now. As always, let me know if you want to revise, but otherwise, I will see you later.